Welcome to the CareFree Black Girl Podcast, where we discuss everything carefree, black, and girl. I am your host, Mika Lee. In here tonight, pass it over to Miss Hazel.
Hey y'all, it's Hazel, the realest of the real, the doll of the hour, and I'm gonna pass it to my girl, Big Les.
It's your girl, Big Vet Les, your favorite veteran turned entrepreneur, and I'm gonna pass it to my girl, Dr. Phoenix Lux.
Yes, ma'am. It is Dr. Phoenix Lux, your favorite fantasy baddie, fairy, and blur historian. And we are ready to talk everything black women and femme as always. But we're going to jump into some real important topics.
Yeah, so as you guys been seeing in the media, everything that's been going on with Cassie and... I really don't want to speak the men's name. So we're gonna say the women's name, Cassie and Halle. Now we have Sky, who just put out a restraining order with her baby dad.
Sky Jackson?
Nickelodeon. Is that her last
Disney
name?
Channel.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse.
Yeah,
about time.
Damn, her too?
Yeah, so she just...
So Halle and Sky.
Girl.
Ooh, the Disney girls, baby.
Are we missing anybody?
With Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh, and Megan Thee Stallion and everything.
Her 2020 controversy is sparking back up.
So
Don't know why.
How are you guys really feeling about this? Me, honestly, my stomach has been dropping. Like every time I hear something and just like see a video and everything, like just the pits of my stomach.
What about it? What about it makes you uneasy?
Like just knowing women personally who have been going through this. So then just to actually see everything that's been going, and it's just like,
yeah,
why are black women, you know?
Yeah. So for those of us who may not know what is going on, we do have a lot of celebrity women who are victims of abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, all the things. And what we're seeing and what I think I'm seeing right now is them actually speaking up for themselves and taking, putting truth to power, going and doing what takes a lot of strength and courage to do. Cassie is actually one of the few women who decided to actually have her name out there when speaking about the things that were going on with her. And, mentioning
we also forgot Dawn Richards too. She started testifying.
Okay.
She was a part of Diddy Dirty Money, and she also testified to some of the
Dawn,
things.
But she's on the civil side, I think.
Yeah.
But still.
She
no, she did put out a what was it?
She testified
back in 2024
in the criminal.
Yeah, because she testified that she saw.
You're right.
Name use a skillet.
Yeah,
and hit
she
Cassie
did
over the head.
She did.
And I just want to remind people, like when people are debating about what you coulda, woulda, shoulda did, all of that really doesn't matter. Violence against black women, there's a term for it. It was created and coined by Rosa Page. It's called black femicide, and that's the death of black women. And that's what abuse leads to. 1 in 3 black women will have some sort of violence happen to her. Black women are less likely to be taken seriously in court. And people try to make it seem like there's an attack on men. There's an attack on things. Black men. It is a false equivalency. And I want y'all to understand that, because women can get online all day and say, niggas ain't shit, but it doesn't equal death.
Right.
So what's happening and what we're seeing, these little things, equals the death of black women. So much so that there's a term for it called black femicide. And so I just want people to stop the cap. Just realize that uncomfortableness you're feeling means that there are things you need to address, things you need to approach. And if you ever got to say, I got to play the devil's advocate, why are you being an advocate for the devil?
Ooh. Hello. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all, but baby, I'm tuned out. I am out the mix, out the scene, out the way when it comes to these situations. Cause baby, it was just like back to back to back to back. Like
seriously, though.
And it takes a lot on your mental also. You know, it's like
it's not even that for me.
No.
It's to me, it's just the critics. Like I want people to understand, like these women are not speaking up for y'all in the media, in the blog. They're speaking up for themselves. They're taking this to the court. It's not their fault, baby. The blogs take it from what happens in the courts that's real public and put it out there for y'all to see. Y'all be thinking that these girls are doing it for clout, for attention, for these certain things. This is real. They don't take this to TMZ. They don't, let me not name drop. They don't take this to the blog. They don't take this to the journalists. They take this to the court. And those people go sniff and see what's going on. So I want y'all to remember that when y'all go make these comments about these women and attack these women. And really praise for Cassie and all those girls who are really going through it at this time. I don't know why. I'm so tired of the Megan, controversy that happened 5 years ago. Like, it's getting so draining. It's getting so dread. Like, I'm just over the media. I'm over all y'all. I wish y'all would turn y'all phones off, go touch some sand, go play with your baby, and also go talk to your Black woman in your family. Okay. Because there's a lot of them that are not speaking up. And honestly, these women are kind of just the example that they need to see. Like, the uncles, the cousins, the brothers that, abuse them, whether it's SA or whether it's physical. They're seeing these girls speak up. So, people in your family might be, itching to start saying something. So when y'all start waking up and hearing that, oh, your cousin, your sister said this about your aunt or your uncle, don't be surprised. So I'm really over it, y'all. I'm honestly clocked out. Like, I feel like these girls are speaking up for their own peace. They're not speaking up for women, for like, not women, but not for people like just to talk down on them. It's just to, help them get to where they need to be to protect themselves, and not for everybody to have like, oh, he only posted so I can see what everybody's going to say about me, whether it's good or bad. And, I could drop my song and I'm going to get my clout off of it. So
and
let it go.
I wanted to add one more thing, because everybody's talking about, especially with Cassie, why did she stay? Why did she go? And I got to get into my therapist bag because I'm an expert bitch. So don't argue with me.
That's right.
There is a fourth, thing that victims and trauma can do, and people don't talk about it. Everybody knows fight, flight, or freeze. There's also fawn. And so fawning is doing whatever you can to stay safe and trying to appease your abuser. And so when you do that, you're more likely to survive. Another thing is, the most dangerous time for a woman who is abused is when she's leaving. She is more likely to die.
Very clear
when she is leaving. So all that yickety, like, oh, why didn't she leave? Because leaving can again lead to Black femicide. And fawning is very common for people who have been groomed, for people who have been assaulted, and for people who, even if that's another topic for another day, even for religious organizations, fawning is literally a survival mechanism. And so think about that the next time you're asking, why didn't she leave? Why did she say? Why did she go back? Okay. It's literally survival. So,
Les, what would you say to like our Black brothers and sisters who are kind of like anti-Black women bias and always kind of just agreeing with the men? Like, what would you tell them? Like, as you are a media influencer, like, how would you use your platform to kind of convey that message to them? Got the day, I feel like it's not about putting people like, convincing people, but it's just about, for me, it's just about supporting.
Yeah. No, I think perspective is important. So how I use my platform is being authentic to my experience and voicing what has happened to me and people around me, which speaks to what you were just talking about. Is I've witnessed domestic violence against people who I love and care about very much. So much so I know what not to look for and what not to, want in relationships for myself and those around me. But I think a lot of what I can do as far as leveraging my platform and speaking to those people who, aren't for Black women or have something to say about how we operate, is that no one knows when any one of us shoes, whether we're a Black woman who identifies with any other thing, we can't tell each other what our experience looks like. So at the end of the day, if you ain't for me, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. If you're not for the people who I love and care about, baby, I'm not talking to you. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I have an opinion just like the rest. They got one just like the rest. But you just have to, I guess, choose your battles.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, know your audience, and they ain't the person I'm talking to. So
okay.
A little bit more about Halle and Sky and all the girls who are dealing with their baby daddies and restraining orders. So, in my opinion, like when you see the stuff, hindsight being 2020, you see after the fact what could have been going on in the midst of when you see DDG talking out loud, right? Like on his stream and saying, oh, I'm going to stop protecting her and start then communicating about what she's doing, but she's not really talking.
Haven't said a word.
Hasn't said anything. And then you come back now and you are finding out on your stream, DDG found out on his stream that she filed and was approved for a restraining order. Let's be clear. When you are approved for a restraining order, there are things that have to be true in order for a judge to grant that restraining order or custody or things of that nature. So I guess my thought is like, we always see that one side, right? Well, let him see his son. And then when we do the things Black women got to do the things to protect themselves. Now it's still, oh, well, why you didn't say nothing before? Why you didn't say nothing? Why do I have to?
Why do I have to?
Absolutely shouldn't even have to be dealing with doing this at all.
And you see what happens when I do say something and when I do stay.
And that's
go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I ain't got no much to say. Go ahead.
No, I just want to say, like, it's really irritating to me, especially as somebody who has worked in the domestic violence and survivor space, because when someone really goes through that, they immediately find out how many safe people they have in their lives, because nobody wants to take on the danger that they now have following them, the recovery process, the court process. So when you're saying somebody should leave, ask yourself, are you a safe person? Because if somebody came to you and was like, my boyfriend is beating the hell out of me, what are you going to do? Don't tell them to call the police, and don't tell them to call the domestic violence hotline. Because no shade, no tea is great, but it only offers you resources, and they even have on the website, like, hey, we don't solve no problems. So are you a safe person, and do you know safe people for the women in your life and the Black fembies in your life before you start all that talking? Because a lot of times these women are going through things the first time, and they're also breaking generational curses. They may have seen unhealthy relationships, or they may have seen healthy relationships all their lives. And this craziness is unprecedented to them.
Right.
Yeah.
So I wish I would have a little more empathy and compassion.
Like that part.
Trauma literally changes your brain, and it shuts everything off so that you can survive. So you're not thinking about all the little things you woulda, coulda, shoulda did.
Right.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's my piece. I'm gonna bring it down.
To cool it down, but still to keep it spicy, we are gonna go to our hot or not. Hot or not. Yes, our hot or not section. Y'all already know what's going on, baby. We're gonna give y'all 3 things, and it's gonna be hot like yes, or is it gonna be chop from the bag, baby? So first one is the Netflix show called Forever. If y'all don't know what it's about, it's basically about 2 lovebirds in love, high school love, you know, it's definitely giving like, when your little one, your little senior, junior crush, so, it's just giving that senior in love. So we're going to give it a hot or not for those that have seen the show. So in 3, 2, 1, hot. Love it. Monica, what you thought about the show? Have you watched it yet?
I haven't watched the show because I want it to be a thing. I have read the book though. That was one of those.
It was a book.
Give Give us a comparison
But
real
it's
quick.
Bloom book.
Wait,
It's a
okay.
Bloom book. So it's like back, so it,
Yeah. I
Like,
remember Judy
Let me
Blume.
stop. What? Let me
So I
stop.
want to say the original publication was like 1975. So it's
Okay.
been around for like a
Yeah.
while. It's been
Mhm.
around for a while. So, I mean, the spice is still there. Like, everything is still there. It still gives the same aspect of like girlhood and boyhood and just growing up and, just being in high school and just, I remember when I fell in love.
Yes, girl, tell us about it.
And I had my first man.
It was just like that, exactly. Puppy love. It was just like that, though, for real.
But no, so I do want to make it a thing and, like, make me a nice old little board and actually watch the show and get into it. Just
Okay,
like
girl.
Was she a part of the show?
Who?
Like the author?
Who? Julie Blume? No, Julie Blume. No.
Oh, she gone.
Julie Blume. She old.
God bless her
yeah.
soul.
Oh, yeah.
Judy, she up there.
Shout out to Judy.
So it's a hot for me. It's a hot.
Did anybody else watch it over here?
I watched it. You watched it.
I haven't watched
Oh,
it.
let's do it. Give us a tea, girl. You watch.
Okay, so I thought it was real good. Like, I loved, first of all, like you said, with the hoods, sisterhood, because it was given, like, we really do be living through some white friend trauma, because I thought the girl who was friends with the main Keisha, I thought the white girl was her best friend. I thought she was going to have some sort of like falling out with her. She was going to betray her in some way. But my girl, she held it down. She held her friend down, period, in solidarity. Okay. But I really do like just the sisterhood, the brotherhood. First of all, shout out to the parenthood, because the parents.
I heard a lot of conversations about the parents.
Yes, like when I say man was man of the house, Miss Ma'am's mama was still putting her foot down and getting all the things across, just like a protective mom would. Both moms, single parent household, showed a single parent household and a household, 2-parent household, and things like that. So I really think it gave us all of everything, but the most that I feel like I took from it and why I feel like it's a high is just like that raw first love experience. I think it captured that so well that so many people who may have had that experience in high school could absolutely relate to so many things. Of course, it's drama. It felt like every episode was something else.
Drama, something that Black people are used to, which I like. It's refreshing.
Yes, it is. It is.
Like,
so it's not Tyler Perry.
No, it's not going to be
Tyler Perry stuff.
True, like just love and fun.
Yeah, but stuff you feel like you should experience as a teenager that will help you in developing as an adult. And I'm excited for, I think it got renewed for season 2. So I'm thinking that's going to go into like college life and, get into their adolescence and stuff. So I'm excited for that. So that's why I think it's hot.
I said hot because I'm familiar with Judy Blume.
Yeah.
And I love the way that she tells a story through emotional experience.
Yes.
Most, like Mika said, is drama but not trauma.
Yeah.
And I think
it was refreshing for sure.
for Black women especially, we just need to learn how to separate that and have some experiences that are not so trauma heavy. So that's why I said it's hot, because if it's her IP, I've heard good things about it, so I just want to make me a little time.
Yeah, well, come back. Y'all too. Everybody who ain't seen it, come back and report.
Okay.
No, we definitely will.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, but baby, it's getting hot. So we definitely gonna watch it. Make sure y'all watch it on Netflix, streaming now. And the next one we're gonna get into is Black women being protected in theory, but not in the practice. 3, 2, 1. Hell no. Hell no. Let me tell y'all what that means to me. Black women being protected in theory, but not in practice gives to me, y'all. And it's honestly what's going on, like we mentioned with the 4 females that, let me clap myself. Y'all know how y'all girls get. With the 4 Black women that we are dealing with, that are dealing with the problem with the media and with the courts and all that, I feel like Black women are protected in theory, like, yes, protect Black women, protect our Black mamas and aunties. But once you go against a Black man, you're done for. Ain't no protecting. Burn them down. So that's what it means to me. And I think it's very, like, it's just like, I have to get over that. Like, I don't know what it is, but every time it's a Black woman going against a Black man, it's the problem. And I can't stand it. And that's why I can't stand what's going on in the media right now. Because it's like, y'all doing all this to defend black men. Like it's like for like the people can never just see the black men ever being wrong, and it's getting a bit frustrating.
I mean, but taking black men out of it though, I seen a video not too long ago, and it was a white man attacking black women, and I mean, just saying any and everything. You stupid this, you stupid that, and it was a group of black men. So to throw them back in it, but just to say it's not just always black men. It's a lot of these folks out here. You know, white women, white men, black men. You know what I'm saying? It just sucks because black men supposed to be on our side. But in that video, the black men, they sat there and there's two of them at the table. And they let the white man go on trash talking and everything. And the black woman's like, well, what you say? And the black man turned around. He said you a stupid this. He said you a stupid that. As a black man, why you didn't get up and say, well, who you think you talking to? You know, like, protect, stand up for a sister. Damn, you see, I'm out here about to get my ass whooped or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, I think
that's so sad.
You're egging it on.
I do know, like, Dame said Idris spoke up. And also, John Boyega has spoke up before about protecting black women. And I think the problem is there are good black men out there. I was joking. I was like, I know some good black men. I want to give them a sticker like, sorry, you a man. Because being a man is trash right now.
Yeah.
But there are some, I think the problem is y'all are doing the work, but I need y'all to like get on a loudspeaker too. Because the black men who are in that red pill incel, they in that pipeline, they're going to be Republicans, conservative in about 5 years. I promise. They are so loud, and media and algorithms love to give them a speakerphone. It makes it feel like all black men are on this one accord. Right. And so while Dame said Idris popped up and said, hey, y'all, this anti-black women shit is crazy. He did. It needs to be more of a collective of y'all saying that and a more coordinated effort. And again, we ain't gonna do false equivalencies because nearly every civil rights movement had black women coordinating heavy, even if they weren't the face, especially in modern history. So I think y'all could coordinate a little better. And for us, as a content creator and also as a therapist, I feel two ways. I kind of love when we do these things where we're like, black girl magic, black girl, you know, but then I hate when it gets monetized because it seems like we get desensitized. And I feel like that's what's happening to protect black women. Yeah. Like we get it on shirts, we get it on stickers. Companies will say, well, I'm going to make a shirt and I'll give 10% profits to whatever organization. And they feel like they're doing the work. But on the ground, we are not being protected in our day-to-day. And so I want us to figure out how, you can still get your bag and have an encouraging word, but there still needs to be like boots on the ground for real protection.
Hello.
Okay. At the end of the day, practice what you motherfucking preach. Okay? Practice what you preach, baby. And our last one for Hot or Not, we are going to be talking about calling black style dandy, baby, dandy. So what do we feel about that? 3, 2, 1. Hot.
Oh no, I'm a little warm.
Yeah, I'm a little
warm. I gotta hear y'all.
Look on it. Why so hot?
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real, y'all. I honestly, I didn't know what dandy was until the Met Gala and all that stuff came popping up, baby. So, you know, I did not know what it really meant, and child. So, I mean, to me, I just feel like people who like to dress like in their, you know, that dandy style, I think as long as they're okay with it, that's fine. I'm not no legend, icon, and best dressed fashion label, so baby, I don't know nothing about that. But if y'all feel comfortable with that, if it's hot for you, it's hot for me. So
I think it's hot because the term Black dandyism as a movement, it started because Black people after slavery and after sharecropping, we weren't allowed to dress ourselves in great fabrics and luxury. We often got hand-me-downs or tattered clothes. So then when other movements like the Harlem Renaissance and other movements came, Black people wanted to clothe and show themselves and make them feel good. So it's hot to me because even though there are some little spots of nuance, it's really ingrained in like our evolution.
Yeah.
And in our story. And so I can appreciate that. I do know that sometimes that term can be bastardized, but where it comes from, I just have like a deep respect and reverence for.
Understood.
Yeah. I don't know. Leslie, what do you think?
I ain't got nothing on it for real.
It's a chopper.
I don't know. I just feel like after watching the Met Gala and everything, I don't know. I just feel like dandyism and just looking dandy and being dandy is just one of those things I feel like it should be gate kept a little bit. You know, like I didn't like the Met. I just didn't. I appreciate the theme of that being the Met Gala, but I didn't like the whole.
I'm with you on that.
You know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry. I would hate to say I just didn't like the white folks being in that thing.
No, because they didn't understand. They didn't even. Half of them just showed up and didn't have any. So it wasn't no respect behind it. You know, half of them didn't even show up and come. Oh, I can't do it, or whatever the case. And then when they do come. This is what y'all come out with, you know, it just wasn't respected. Yeah.
No, stand on it, Mika. I'm going to stand behind you. Girl, I got your back. You know I'm pro-black. Yeah. My only black dandyism as a part of our culture, I think is hot.
Yes.
But back to what we were just talking about, black dandy, where I was like, protect black women, has been kind of monetized. I feel like black dandyism was used because of controversy. And they can say it's not. But we're in the middle of, you know, things silverly changing. And so having a bunch of black people, and even though like our history, like I said, with black dandyism, would it rooted in slavery? Would it be in nuance? It is a part of our culture. I feel like if that was going to be the theme, it shouldn't have been nothing but black stars and black influencers. And it would have been more of a powerful statement. Our producer did remind me that, like that nuanced culture, black dandyism also, they would dress us up so we could look nice.
Put us in our Sunday best and
sell us. And so,
but then that just makes me go back to like how we taking things back from things that
and I feel done. Like during it they did that. They would sell us.
No, I'm talking about now, I guess, with how that dandyism was the theme for the Oscars and most of the black people showed up in their own style. So, in the Met Gala. But, like, it could be, and I
do think they reclaimed it in times like the Harlem Renaissance and stuff like that. But, like I said, I feel like, I get what you're saying, Mika. I felt like it should have been more black-centered. And I think what white people need to understand is if you're going to be an accomplice and not an ally, sometimes you need to be in the back.
Seriously,
like, decline.
Absolutely.
Decline. Like,
trying to be in the front and don't know what you're talking about.
I want to dress you. Say, oh, I love the opportunity. This is great. But because of the subject matter, I know this actress, this influencer, this would be great. And maybe I'll be a part of their little entourage if that's what you want. But put your friend in the front, you know?
It reminds me of, what's her name? When Tiana and Sis was looking at Anne Hathaway, like, that video killed me, baby. I said, because, girl, what was an inspiration for your outfit, honey? Didn't have none.
Right. Yeah, like, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta know how to stand in the back. Y'all gotta know how to stand in the back. I know that's hard, but back up.
It's a family heirloom.
For us, by us.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, y'all. Next segment is Who Said That? Who said that? So in this segment, we are going to give you a phrase in a different voice, either a phrase, a quote, a lyric, whatever, and y'all have to guess who said that. And everybody here gonna guess who said that too. Okay. So first things first. Fashion is a tool to assert our power, our beauty, our magic. The 3 people who said it, who could have said it, are Solange, Billy Porter, or Aurora James. Who y'all think said that?
Who said that?
I would say Billy Porter because the magic.
I don't even know who these other 2 people are.
Solange.
You don't know who Solange is?
You know
Other 2 people.
Billy Porter.
and-
Oh.
You don't know who Solange is?
That is so
I Billy Porter, he was in Pose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Pose.
Oh yeah. Okay. See, that's my thing. I be knowing faces, but the names
Uh-huh.
is just.
I'm gonna guess
escaping me.
Aurora James just because I don't remember Billy Porter saying that, but he could.
Who said that?
I said Solange. Who is it? Who said it?
Oh, Aurora
Okay.
James said
Now,
that.
now,
Aurora
now who is
James.
that?
Now who is
Who is
Aurora?
that?
Child, don't get me the line now.
Aurora
Don't
James
get me
is
lying.
one of the leading fashion stylists in the industry right now.
God bless
She,
her.
Could arguably be bigger than Laura Roach, but unlike those people, she is. She actually is. She styles a lot of people. She has styled Michelle Obama.
Work.
She has styled Beyonce.
Work.
She has styled the best, but
Beyonce?
unlike a lot of people, she prefers to play the back because she just wants to be a stylist.
You play the.
Period.
I'm in the
Let's see.
back,
It's a funny
but
thing
you ain't the
about her.
front.
She's-
Mhm.
I'm here.
I respect you,
She said
Aurora.
I'm
I
focused.
respect
Shout
you.
out
No
to
shade.
Aurora
Sorry,
James.
I like
Aurora.
you,
She's
Aurora.
really cool.
Hey, that girl.
Love
That
down,
girl.
Aurora.
She gets a lot of those spots. She does a lot of the Vogue covers, a lot of the ones where honestly, when black people look better.
Amen.
Yeah, they just don't
Okay,
look good. She
okay.
probably didn't touch it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So in the next one, go ahead.
But wait, who said that? Oh wait, no.
Aurora.
Okay, all right. I already said that though. All right, okay, ready. All right, the next one. Here I go, y'all. I wanted to redefine what it means to dress black and dress excellent. All right, so the 4: Pharrell, La Roche, right? La Roche.
La
Roche.
Roche. Not La Roche. I'm sorry.
Not that, not La Roche. Okay, La Roche, Dapper Don or Dan?
Dapper Dan.
Dapper Dan and Andre Leon Talley. Now you could edit that out. Damn, okay, all 4. So
let's
all
see.
4 who could have said that. Pharrell, La Roche, Dapper Dan, Andre Leon Talley.
Who said that?
Who
I'm
said
gonna
that?
guess Dapper Dan because he literally reinvented how we see like luxury houses. Like they weren't doing certain things until he was doing it like underground.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna say for real. I
that's
don't
what I'm
know.
gonna guess.
I don't know. Dapper Dan makes sense to me.
Okay.
I don't know though.
I'm gonna say La Roche.
All right. So we got them all up in
Who
there.
said
Who said
that?
that?
Who said that?
I don't know.
I lost the answer.
Goddamn. None of us know.
Oh,
We
my
make-
None of them. None of them
making
said
it hard
it.
for
Watch it be
lives,
like,
but-
It's hard for everybody.
Watch it be Andre Leon Talley. just
Right.
because-
The one that.
It's Andre Leon Talley.
I know.
He was referencing, somebody else quoted him, but he was the original person.
Okay.
God bless you,
Oh my
Andre.
God.
So if you guess Andre Leon Talley, then you guessed correct, honey.
All
And
right,
none of us
yeah.
ain't none of us got it on here. You hear me?
So our Get Free segment, Get Free is where we give y'all tips how you stay carefree. You stay a carefree black girl. We are going to talk about how we are no longer shrinking ourselves and bringing ourselves to the forefront as black women. This is a little touchy for me. This is a little deep for me because I feel like one of my friends, no, that's my brother from another mother. Shout out to Antoine. He always was like, "You're too humble." And because I felt like I didn't want to brag, but then I realized I worked my fucking ass off. I am a sexual assault survivor, domestic violence survivor. I have been robbed at gunpoint. I have gotten my master's. I am licensed. I am a doctor. I have been published, and I'm cute while I'm doing it.
Okay.
And shout out to the TikTok creator. I think her name is Nia Ola or Naya. She was like, we need to start being a little more cunt and like not arguing with people when we are expert. So I am no longer shrinking my credentials.
Ooh.
I am Dr. Phoenix Lux.
Doctor.
Okay.
And that's a big purr.
What about you, Blake?
Okay, so I feel like where I'm not shrinking myself is, and this has been my theme across this season and then in my season, is not suppressing my feelings, especially when I feel like they matter in a situation where I can be an empath sometimes, and I'm learning a lot about myself as I am doing this self-work in my 30s, the stuff I should have been doing in my 20s.
Hello.
But we're here, and I'm learning that I am so empathetic, but sometimes, and I have a servant spirit. So I oftentimes do put people and people's feelings before myself, which causes me to suppress my feelings and ultimately to my detriment. It starts to then hurt me. So how I plan to get big up in here, because y'all already know this your girl Big Fat Les, so it ain't no reason why.
Not the little one.
Not the little one. So it ain't no reason why. So more processing my feelings for what they are, not the blanket I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm happy, but actually analyzing my emotions and then communicating them appropriately and not in an aggressive manner or being passive. So that's where I am trying to bring myself to the forefront.
Yes, ma'am.
What about you, Miss Mika?
Oh, okay. Well, with me, that's a tough one. I think so far this year, I am no longer shrinking myself with my creativity. You know, I walk around my house and, you know, I look at my old work and new work and everything. It's like, damn, girl, this is some good work. Put it out there to the world. Let the world see it, you know?
Yes.
So just putting myself, as I say, I feel like constantly, but it is something I'm working on. Just putting myself out there and allowing everyone to enjoy what I enjoy creating and making. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the folks say.
Girl.
No, period.
I love it.
The folks say just post it. Just post the content. I feel like that resonates with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, get it out there. Just do it. Just start. Yeah.
Do that shit scared.
Period.
Oh, y'all gonna hate me, but baby, I'm shrinking.
Okay, give it to us, honey.
Shrinking.
That's vulnerable.
No shade. For me, I feel like I've been at the forefront for like a very long time. Not really at the forefront, but like for me, I just feel like I have nothing to be at the forefront about. I have to say, I'm at the forefront for myself and myself only, so I'm shrinking myself out of everybody else. Like, if it's not about, like, I am in the forefront, but if it's not about me, baby, I'm shrinking myself. I just don't care to be, and I don't care to be in none of y'all spaces. Like, baby, like I said, with everything that's going on in the media right now, at the end of the day, that's what they got going on, baby. I'm worried about what Hazel got going on. I'm not in a space to be worrying about what people got going on. I chew, I bleed. You know, I'm just worrying about me. Period. So I'm shrinking myself for myself. It's not for anybody else. It's to shrink myself for myself. I don't want to shrink myself for, you know, the ex-friends, the job. I want to shrink myself for myself. I want to focus on me. So that's where I'm at right now.
I don't think that's shrinking yourself, honestly. I feel like that is bringing you to the forefront. Like, you're putting yourself
so then I got nothing to shrink then.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing to shrink.
Say, are you shrinking yourself?
No, I feel like that's giving big energy to you, and you are bringing yourself.
Yeah, because I'm just like, baby.
Yeah.
But also, I feel like a lot of people do need to shrink themselves and take accountability for what they have done. But no shade.
No shade. They ain't got nothing to do.
Amen.
Go ahead. Serious.
Yeah, are you shrinking yourself or giving yourself room to grow? That sounds like what you doing. You clearing the garden.
Amen, I sure am.
Not the garden. All right, y'all. So that concludes this episode of the Carefree Black Girl Podcast. Make sure y'all are staying connected with us. Join the conversation on Instagram at Carefree Black Girl Inc. and on Twitter, aka X, at CFBG Pod. I am your girl, Big Vet Les, aka your favorite veteran and entrepreneur. You can find me on my website at www.leslielatrice.com. And I'm going to pass it to Hazel.
Hey, y'all. It's Hazel Harvey on all platforms. Hazel, but with 2 L's. HARVE. Yes, y'all can find me on all platforms. Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all the things. Your girl is back and her content creator. So, yeah, content is pushing out. The girl's giving the teas, the talks, and the looks. So make sure I go follow me. And y'all can catch me on the next episode of the Carefree Black Girl Podcast. Passing it to the big doctor, not the little one.
It is Dr. Phoenix Lux, and you can find me at Dr. Phoenix Lux on all platforms. Flirty Love on Instagram. Also follow the Care Salon, spelled SOULAAN. That is my practice for Black women and fembies. It's for us, all about us. And last but not least, to our girl Mika.
Oh, what it do, baby boo? It is your girl, Mika Lee, the Mika Lee. You can find me on all social medias at the Mika Lee and at MikaLee.com. Before we head out, though, make sure you guys check us out for the Carefree Black Girl Fest in Brooklyn on July 19th. Hit us up. And happy Pride Month.
Come on, Mika.
Woo!
Happy Pride Month! Shout out to all the gays, all the queers,
And y'all
all
know
the
we gonna
fairies.
do it again.
Cause what? Hold on. Cause she was a fairy. What? She was a fairy. What? With a fairy on my daddy. Yeah.
He wanna grab it.
We out.